Hi guys, so first thing today, I just want to thank so many people who I received an endless amount of love for making those videos, and yeah, so many people clicked on my last video that was posted on Facebook by my friend, and it was just amazing. So many people texted me and messaged me and called me, and just it was really amazing, so thank you so much. Yeah, I just wanted to say that, and still it's a little crazy to me, but thank you. And today, I was talking with someone about how comments on bodies in general just affect us so much. So I really want to talk about this because I feel like it's a really big deal, it's a really big thing, and it totally affected me. And I think everyone knows that, everyone can remember that feeling when someone makes a comment on your body, and it doesn't have to be body shaming, it doesn't have to be a real bad one like you're fat like a whale, it doesn't have to be like that, but just little things. Little comments, they really creep into our minds and stay there forever. For example, last year when I was on this vacation that I came back home and was so like sad looking at the pictures, there was one girl, and she's just really good looking and skinny, and that's just her natural state, I think. And she made comments on how that girl's thighs are so fat, or her arms, or whatever, and I couldn't believe that you just said that. And she didn't say it right into my face, but I was like, that girl looks exactly like me, and you just said that girl looks fat, and how they could print her on a magazine. And it was just, it devastated me, and she seriously didn't even realize she just said something that hurt me. So we just really have to look out for what we say, you know, like if I know so many pretty girls that would run around and be like, oh no, I'm so ugly, nah. And there might be girls around that are so self-conscious and look up to you and think that you're so pretty, and then you say that, and then what should they think? They're gonna think, if that girl thinks she's not happy, or is not pretty, or doesn't look good, what does she think that I look like? What am I looking like? What does society think that I look like? We always look to the outside, to what people will think, and it makes us so unhappy. So we just really have to look out what we say to other people, and if something like that happens to us, we just have to stop and just look at our thoughts and tell ourselves that it's not the truth, that you could be healthy at any body size. So I think one of the big reasons why we want to look a certain way or have this perfect ideal in our mind is because we're worried about what people will think or say. Because most people think when someone is skinny, they're healthy, and when they're fat, they're not. Or when they're not as skinny, they're not healthy. But that's just not true, because no one knows how that person achieved to look that skinny, or how a person got a little overweight. And a person who weighs more might be a lot healthier than a really skinny person, because skinny doesn't equal healthy, it's just not like that. Making comments on someone's body isn't okay, but at the same time, I'm in the struggle. I'm like, I don't want anyone to comment on my body, but when you're in a relationship, for example, you don't want your boyfriend to never say you're beautiful, right? I mean, I tell my boyfriend that he's handsome all the time, and I just, you know, it's just a loving thing to do. And should I never, I think that it's such a hard topic. Okay, so with my first relationship, I had a really long relationship, my first relationship, and I was really worried because I felt like, sometimes I felt like he only liked me because of my looks. I was scared to not look as good anymore, I was scared to gain weight, and I was scared that he wouldn't like me as much anymore if I would gain that kind of weight. So it was all about my appearance, and he always told me how good I looked and how beautiful I thought I was, and I couldn't take those compliments in the end anymore. Of course you want to hear that your partner likes you, and we are always attracted to a partner, and that's how a relationship starts, mostly because you like someone from their looks, and then, you know, your relationship evolves and you like them for other reasons or on a deeper level. But it was really about my appearance, so I really feared to lose that, and that he wouldn't like me anymore. So I was really careful of that in my new relationship, well, not so new, but my current relationship. And yeah, so I don't want him to comment on my body all the time, I guess, and I know that he likes my body, and he thinks it's really ridiculous that I was ever worrying, but most guys think it's ridiculous because most guys don't care about those things. But at the same time, I just I don't want him to not say I'm beautiful. I don't know if that makes sense. Of course, you like getting compliments, but where is the balance? Where is the balance of making compliments but not putting an idea in someone's head that they only like because they look good or they need to look a certain way? I mean, it's not only about relationships with your romantic partner, it's also maybe your mom commenting on your body how you need to lose a little bit of weight, or a family member, or I don't know. Maybe your husband says that you need to lose a little bit of weight and that's why you feel like you need to lose weight. People don't, it doesn't even have to be as direct as to say that you lose weight. Sometimes when someone comments, oh, you just ate that whole chocolate by yourself, babe, it's like, yeah. I mean, sometimes people just tease you, right? Especially people who love you, they tease you a little bit. So, you know, how like, you just ate so much, or you're like, yeah, I could eat forever, and you know, that's just normal, and sometimes it's funny, but sometimes it's just not funny, and those ideas stick with you. A couple of years ago, I made a joke to someone who was really important to me, and I was like, oh, you're not that ugly. And I didn't mean it in that way. I really didn't. It's not a nice thing to say. It was more of a joke, but I said, you're not that ugly. And that idea stuck with that person for years, and we just recently talked about it. And yeah, he said that it stuck with him forever, and he thinks to this day that he doesn't look good or he's not handsome, which is ridiculous. I didn't do that on purpose, and it still did that to that person. So most people who make comments on our bodies don't realize how bad it makes us feel. But I feel like we have to learn, because it's never going to change. People are going to do that. Not everyone will understand that eating the chips and salsa in front of them right now in the restaurant is such a big deal for you. So you just need to train your brain to work differently and to see things in a different way. I think that's the only way. There's such a weird balance between not commenting on someone's body too much, but making compliments at the same time, because I don't want my boyfriend to never say that I'm beautiful in his eyes again, because, you know, beautiful doesn't only mean this. Beautiful means that too. So yeah, it's such a hard balance. I'd like to know what you think about that, and how do you deal with that, because I think it's really, really difficult. And yeah, comments on bodies, if they're positive or negative, if you're complimenting someone on being skinny, I mean, that fucked my mind up a little bit too. People always complimenting me being skinny when I was young. So that's not a good thing, only like telling people that they look good. It's the same thing as fat shaming when you tell someone that they look ugly or whatever. So yeah, tell me what you think about it, and like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing. And yeah, I hope to see you again later, and you have an awesome day.